Yeah, wonderful day for Brighton. And just to reiterate their dominance in the game, really. Many a stat, particularly as always with Brighton, the distance covered over 5 kilometres, almost more than Liverpool. But look at that at the top, 62% possession. Liverpool only 38% possession. That is the 5th lowest of any Premier League game under Jurgen Klopp since he took charge. And as we saw, they only had one corner in the game as well. How do you explain a day like that for Liverpool, the way they play?
Well, beaten in every aspect there, weren't they? Every single stat there was in Brighton's favour. And, you know, you can accept the odd poor result. Sometimes the ball won't go in the back of the net. Sometimes things happen in football, bad decision or whatever. But there was no fluke about that result. Brighton were absolutely brilliant throughout from start to finish. And they're a very, very good football team and good football club. But Liverpool need to do some soul searching at the moment, find a way of bouncing back to what we all know they are capable of. We've seen it this season. We've absolutely seen it. They've beaten Manchester City 1-0. They've beaten Bournemouth 9-0. They've been good in the Champions League, into the next round of that. But we've also seen an inconsistency creep in. And in fact, I'd say inconsistency is now more consistent that they play poorly than they do well. So you could argue that they're more consistent than we're giving them credit for, but not for the right reasons. It's not good at the moment. They've got injuries, yes, but even still, Liverpool have had injuries before and bounced back from it. They're just not playing with that energy, that enthusiasm, that high press, they're just a shadow of the team that they've always been. And I'm sure there's lots of reasons for it, but Jurgen Klopp's going to have to search for it and find it soon.
Let's give Brighton lots of credit, and Solly March in particular, who we've just heard from. First time he scored 2 in a game in his career.
Yeah, I thought he was fantastic. I thought both the wingers were fantastic today, but the way they exploit those spaces in between the fullbacks, and for me there, I don't understand where Robinson is, but at the same time, Solly March takes advantage of that space and gets a tap in. And it's a bit lucky here because I think Trent makes it back and it's a bit of a ricochet, but Brighton forced that luck there by the work they put into getting those positions.
Liverpool have scored so many goals at Brighton doing exactly that same thing. I've seen 2 or 3 goals that they've scored pressing high. I went to the Liverpool training ground and interviewed Pep Linders the other day, and he was showing me his favourite 3 goals, and one of them was doing exactly that at Brighton, against Brighton. So they got a lot of their own medicine there. Solly March here with a beautiful finish. He said himself that his touch was average and he almost dug it out. I was surprised actually that he shot, because he didn't beat his man, Berber. It was almost looked to me as if he was just shooting through his man. But
exactly, but the pass again and the run from him was great. The touch, yeah, he can do better, but then it counts in the end because it's a goal, and he make that bad touch with a beautiful goal in the end, which surprised me as well, to be honest. But it was a great goal in the end, and Brighton fully deserved to win. They are great today, and Liverpool was just poor.
You both played with Danny Welbeck. He came on. Is it fair to say he scored a Berbatov-like goal?
Yeah, he did.
I knew you'd agree with me.
He did. But no, listen, that goal, it's great. It's the, how do you say, the finished touch in that performance of the whole team, you know. And look at this. It's just he meant to do that. It's not a fluke. It's not like coincidence. He knows exactly what he's doing. Obviously, Joe Gomez can do better than that, but in the end, the whole performance from Liverpool were poor. So in the end, you can take advantage of it and score a beautiful goal like this in the end.
Right, Liverpool fans, this will be interesting. Here's the verdict from your manager, Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen, not the result you would have wanted. How do you sum up your emotions after that?
Oh, massively frustrated. Congratulations to Brighton, played a super game against a bad opponent. We were really not good today, and I can't remember a good face period or whatever. Obviously, we tried to help the boys with a slightly different formation. Didn't work out at all. My responsibility. I know that. Tried to change again second half, but then we start completely on the wrong foot, actually, being 1-0 down, and then the rest is was in moments it looked really too easy for Brighton, to be honest, because the problem what we have then, the organisation was completely gone. It was too easy. It was just too easy in these moments, and then you cannot get back in this game. So it was a well-deserved defeat and a well-deserved win for Brighton.
You say the organisation was completely gone. How do you fix that?
by organising it. So doing better than today should be easy because this is a really low point. I can't remember a worse game. Maybe there was one, I hope not, but this today is a low point. So to improve that will be not too difficult, but we have to make big steps because from this game today we can pick absolutely nothing apart from things which didn't work.
Why do you think Liverpool weren't at the races today?
That's a good question. I have actually there was no sign for this performance before the game. So, but that's probably how it is sometimes, and there's nothing that I thought yesterday or this morning or that could happen. I knew it will be difficult against Brighton. That's clear. But I think that. So it's not that they always in the first half, especially. Of course, they were the better side, but it's not that they always came through with everything. So we had balls, we won balls, we had possession, but we lose the balls too easy. Oh my God! And you cannot even be protected in these moments. We pass the ball from last line up front. Then when we want to push up, the ball is already gone again. So that's why it's just counter to counter from their side, and it always looks horrible. And so you cannot do it like that. But that was obvious today, and that's why how's that? To improve from today should be not too difficult.
Michael, you can see how low he is. He's actually said it's probably as worse as he can remember under him at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Strong words.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's as bad as performances I can think of as well, really, off the top of my head. But there have been some worrying signs this season. As I mentioned before, the inconsistencies has been quite incredible. And there's not really anything that you can take from that game and say, well, at least this was a good move or that was a great chance that they created. There was absolutely nothing. It's a tough place to go to, Brighton, don't get me wrong, and all credit should go to them, but Liverpool will be scratching their heads and getting straight back on that training ground and thinking, how can we put the wrongs right? Because there's lots of wrongs at the moment. Anybody that says, oh, there's just that's going wrong, it's just injuries, or it's just that they don't press anymore, it's not. There's lots and lots of cracks forming at the moment, and Jurgen Klopp's got a mountain to climb to get back into and to get anything out of this season. I mean, we're not even halfway through the season and Liverpool have got nothing. At this rate, they're not even going to get in the Champions League. European football would be a good thing to come out of the season as things stand.
Not a good day on Merseyside. That is the red side. When we come back, we'll look at the Blues.